Africa is changing. Ivory Coast has just told French troops to leave. A military presence that lasted decades, now dismantled. Why now? What does it mean for Africa's independence? And who will fill the void? Stay with me as we uncover one of the most important shifts in modern African history. For decades after the colonial era, France maintained a heavy military presence across West Africa. In Ivory Coast, the French 43rd Marine Infantry Battalion was a symbol of that legacy. They stood as guardians during political unrest, civil wars, and against terror threats. But the tides of history are turning. Africans are now demanding sovereignty, not just in words, but in action. In December 2024, President Alassane Ouattara made a historic announcement. French troops would withdraw. By February 2025, the Port Bouet military base was handed over to Ivorian forces. A base once flying French colors, now renamed Camp Thomas d'Aquin Ouattara. Only a small group of 80 French advisors remain, a mere shadow of the once powerful force. A clear message has been sent. Ivory Coast is stepping into a new era, one where it controls its own destiny. This was not just a political decision. It was a demand born from the people, a desire to reclaim African pride, a growing resistance to foreign control. Ivory Coast, like many of its neighbors, wants to modernize its military, train its own forces, and secure its own future, no longer depending on old colonial powers. A humble reminder, if these videos add value to you, please consider clicking the like button, subscribing, share, and comment below. Thank you. Now let's continue. Ivory Coast is not alone. Mali kicked out French troops in 2022. Burkina Faso followed after Captain Ibrahim Traoré's uprising. Niger joined the movement after its own political shift in 2023. Together, these nations are forming new security alliances, like the Liptako-Gourma Alliance. West Africa is charting its own path, a path not written by Paris, but by Ouagadougou, Bamako, Abidjan, and Niamey. But the question remains, who will fill the vacuum left behind? Some nations are courting Russia, others are looking toward China, Turkey, or new regional blocs. Africa stands at a crossroads, true independence, or new forms of dependency. This moment will define the future of the continent. What do you think about Ivory Coast's bold decision? Is it a sign of Africa rising at last? Or a dangerous gamble? Let your voice be heard. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this video. Subscribe for more powerful African stories. And as always, stay proud, stay awake. Africa's future is now.